Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get my headset plugged in. When I play on the PlayStation, I have to plug it into the monitor. We're going to be doing some more Gran Turismo 7 weekly races. I've been enjoying these lately. It's a good way to well, not really passively, but, you know, as passive as you can get, earn some credits for this game. We're up to 9.7 million, which is pretty good. Some of the vehicles in this game cost the upward, and towards 20 million. Yeah. So it's quite a lot of credits. We'll see if we can make some progress. Let's see if anything's for sale first. Oh, hey. So that should put us over 10 million once we have all of that. So nothing in legend cars, nothing is in the used cars. So we're good to rock and roll with our weekly challenges. Okay, what do we have here? Sunday Cup. Okay. 400 is the suggested performance points. It would be cool if you could like hit R1 or something and just automatically filter all the non-compliant cars out. I'm not sure how serious I need to take this. Like, could I sneak in with this Mini Cooper? We've used it before. It's pretty good. Golly, 32. That's terrible. Let's go with the 353. What are we competing against? A new Mini Cooper. And yeah, some vehicles made within, I guess, the last couple decades. So we definitely have the oldest car in the field by a wide margin. Let's see what we can do with the car here. We're on Sports Hards. So to make up some of the performance points, we'll make the jump to Racing Hards. Oh, yeah, perfect. Spot on. All right, let's get it. Hopefully we have enough power to actually keep up. We'll find out really quickly if we don't. We also have our nitrous. If we need to, we'll make use of that. Running the reverse direction of this track. Typically, you run it the other way. You come through the tunnel, coming back to the start-finish line. Coming up on our 05 Mini Cooper competitor already. Now let's go out a little further. We are definitely Royston. I don't know if we'll be able to actually make this. It may take all of our nitros. This uphill section is killing us. Yeah, engine is just bogged down beyond belief. Oh. Okay, here's the one downhill section. I think we're gonna have to redo this with a different car, which is a shame. I have to ditch the Dale Cooper. Yeah, we're not making up any ground at all with the nitrous. We just didn't have enough engine power, so it's all right. Not even gonna try to pronounce it. Hope you're having a good day, JC. Let's go back. I need to select which car I'm going to use first. I think we are going to NASCAR-tize whatever car we go with. So under 400. We need a little more than 79 horsepower. So let's go with... It's not really a good option down below, but I could get one of these and nerf it. So I think that's what we'll do. Okay. I would fall apart the further I go. That's typically how I do things. Except for our Doom playthrough we did. We were cooking that whole stream, just cooking. It was awesome. Not our most successful stream, but it was fun. I remember why I enjoyed Doom Eternal so much. It's just non-stop chaos. So we have, you know, Senior. We have Rainbow Warrior. You see those on most cars. And then we also have Kyle Busch Crispy M&Ms. Ralph Dale Earnhardt. That's a deep cut. We have not Kyle Larson down here. So what do we like the most? I mean, the Intimidator one's pretty cool. We'll go with that one. I'll grab this one while we're here. The blue, the shade of blue in this car is just gorgeous. It almost looks like a Mike Skinner truck. If you look at it, you squint, turn your head a little bit, it kind of looks like a Mike Skinner truck. I don't need to go here. Check out the engine swap. Get this thing really rolling. Let's see, does this one rebadge the vehicle? It's 240 now. Well, it's 250 now. But yes, your point is valid. I could have got on earlier, but I was tired. So I didn't really sleep, but I did lay down. Now I'm back. Better than ever. After doing like an hour long, however long our NASCAR stream was yesterday, and then going right into a 9.5 hour Doom stream. Pretty beat. Yeah, I love streaming late at night. There's like no pressure. If people show up, that's awesome. And if they don't, you know, that okay. But if you're streaming in the middle of the day and no one shows up, that just kills your soul. It just kills your soul. I got a game sent to me by a studio. They want to make a video. It's like a cat cafe thing. Like you work in a cafe, everything's cat themed, but your customers are also cats, and you're a cat, and you make cat themed beverages for the cats. I don't know, but we're gonna do it. I think I've already downloaded the game, I believe. So look for that if you're interested in cats or cafes. Golly, we're on comfort mediums. Let me sliding around quite a bit. I think I would rather nuke the engine than run around on comfort mediums. Let's go. Let's see how far this pushes us up. Sports hards. Quite a bit. So we're going to have to nuke the engine now. Oh my goodness. Not quite enough. But it might be weak enough now. We'll see. You found a game called My Existential Cat Fae? Yo, what's the name of the game? Cats and Cups. I may have nuked the engine too much. I think that is that the Audi that would lose rear downforce and wreck on the highways. There was a car that looked like that exactly with that kind of spoiler. When it came out originally, it didn't have the spoiler, and when it would get above like 70 miles per hour on the highway, it would lose rear downforce and the car would spin. So in all the future versions, they added that spoiler. You send it on my Discord. And maybe we can have our very own existential crisis. I don't know if we'll be able to do this. We're gaining time, but are we gaining time fast enough? Check this out. Oh my. I didn't see the wall ended. I thought I would do something real cheeky. It did not pay off. Yeah, I nuked the engine too far. Their performance points are not an exact science. You found NASCAR 25 in between AI slop. Yeah, it's a big problem right now, all the AI slop. And it wouldn't be as much of a problem if old people didn't exist, but the old people have no AI like recognizer built in. Even if it looks fake, like really fake, they just take it at face value. After years of telling people, don't believe everything you see on TV, you read on the internet. Well, now they are. All right, I just need to gain, what? 4 more positions to be safe. So really just 1 after this corner here. I don't know if, we're not gonna have time to make that up. He's 8 seconds ahead. We're going as fast as we can in our nuked engine. I ran the fastest lap. That should make the sponsors happy. Dag nabbit. Ran it as hard as I could. You found a Roblox knockoff? You can find about any kind of knockoff in the PlayStation Store. Go with 85. That's a pretty big jump. I'm guessing the other cars have... I'm not sure what kind of tires they're running. We're on sports hards and we're losing traction. But we're also going a bit faster than they are into the corner. Car's coming around. That's hilarious. I still think we'll have to be pretty much perfect if we want to even try to get up there. Probably If I had to guess, because old arcade games are the easiest to spit out. Like a lot of freshman level computer science projects are like arcade game clones. One of our first projects in school was doing a Pac-Man clone. Did he hit my turn signal? That's classy. See, the gap between fourth and third, not that large this time. Last time there was like a 9-second gap between the two. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. I was thinking about my turn signal. Let's hit our turn signal here. That's classy. NASCAR needs turn signals. Yeah, it's been going on for a while with the PlayStation slab. That is for sure. Like I was saying yesterday, you can really notice anytime a popular indie game comes out on Steam, you'll see a clone of it overnight on PlayStation. Phasmophobia clone, Escape the Backrooms clone. They actually put Pools, I think, on PlayStation, so we may need to go replay it just for the achievements. Because I really like Pools as a game. Make a new thumbnail and see if this one can do better than the last one. We're so close. Oh, wow. That one's wild. Knockoff F1. 1.4 stars. That's peak. Oh, no. No! Well, I sent it too hard. No, lost another position. Only have to finish third, so that's fine. We did everything we could. We got there in the last corner, and I sent it a bit too hard. Running that normally, we probably could have caught him anyway, but I wanted to hit him, and we did, and it didn't work out. Ooh, we have an open wheel race coming up. That's gonna... Oh, no. 700 performance points. What are my rivals? Not rivals, but... Alright. Standard Camaros, stuff like that. Okay. 700. The Roadster would do terrible, but look at the performance points. I mean, this thing is juiced. Of our old Camaro... 700's the performance point they want us to follow. Like, what's my Camaro 16 at? 564? So why can't I use a Camaro? It's light. Oh, but I think it has a low top end speed. So that would be a problem if we did. The GT is lighter. Has more horsepower. So let's go with the GT. Back out. You're going back. You're the archivist of games. Let's go to our showcase. NASCAR. Oh, that's that one they tried. It didn't work out. Tied right. Yeah, the schemes just aren't transferring over very well to the GT. Get this new livery installed. 1,000. That might be more than we made in the last race. And I can probably throw some better tires on here too, because we are still under the 700 performance points. So we will do that. Daytona Road Course is a harder one for me personally, even though compared to a lot of other road courses, it should be a little more simplistic. Everyone sports hards. Let's go. Let's jump up to a racing hard. 681. That works. All right, let's send it. We should have way higher performance points than the people around us, unless this GT is modified, power restricted. I should absolutely crush the field. 700 was the suggested. So if we do crush the field, it's not my fault. It's the game's fault. We're only at 680, by the way. We're below the suggested. I didn't play a ton of NASCAR 21 because it was so broken. My least favorite, I didn't have a ton of crashes and stuff with the game. My biggest issue is the AI not knowing how to race. So you would be going through the tribal at like Daytona and they would check up and it would make no sense. Ow. Sorry, buddy. We'll scrape with the wall. Yeah, this is 700. Like it's rated for 700. We're at 680, and we are obliterating the field so far. When I checked the cars we were racing against, like that should have been an indicator on how badly balanced this race would be. Some long flat corners there. This corner, It's at the International Horseshoe. And then this corner. Very tough. It's a super, super long corner. You gotta wait forever to get back in the gas. So if you miss your marks and get it into the corner slow, you're just done. Let's bump draft a bit. Oh, I love hearing it throttle back up. Little bumperoonie here. Excellent teamwork between the American manufacturers, which I think that's like every car on track right now, right? A lot of Fords and Chevys. Yeah, we brake better. He drives it in pretty deep, this guy. You're at PS5's launch point. It took me a year to get a PlayStation 5. A full year. Every time they would restock on Walmart.com, GameStop, Best Buy, I was on there trying to get one. Took me a full year. Because I had pretty much completely transitioned to PC gaming, so I had no need to get a PlayStation immediately. So I wasn't going to pay a scalper. Yeah, now a lot of the games in the PlayStation Store that are like officially published are re-releases of like 20-year-old games. So you'll see a lot of PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 games on there. That was wild. PlayStation Plus, that's where it's at. Although back before Game Pass raised their prices, Game Pass was an incredible deal. Every couple months you'd get a AAA release day title on Game Pass. Fantastic. That's how I played Doom the Dark Ages. I didn't want to pay $70 for it, so I got it through Game Pass. I was able to play the whole game for $9. Now I own it through Steam, though. Yeah, PS3 games. Yup. The one that's really weird to me is they have Toy Story 3 for the PSP. They made a PS3 version of Toy Story 3, and it was really good. And so every time I see it, I check just to make sure they haven't added the PS3 version. They haven't, obviously. Sorry, buddy. I believe it's time for me to fly. The DuPont Ford GT. Powered by Ford. A lot of Ford logos on this vehicle. Yes, yes. I streamed that game. I never bought that one, but I streamed it on their old service, PlayStation Now. It was where they introduced game streaming. I was accepted into the beta for that program, and I played it. And I might have gameplay on my channel from years and years ago. PlayStation Now, like, what is it or something? I forget the title of the video, but I'm sure it's like 14 years old, like super old. Maybe not that old. Might be 13 years old. Yeah, streaming definitely still exists, but that service, they don't use that name anymore. And it was not great back in the day. Like, if you were playing like a very slow-paced game, it was all right. But once you started running around, especially through foliage, it did not look great. So if you ever see that video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, Porsche Cup 600 or less. Not really satisfied with these, but I don't want to go through all the trouble of modifying them. How does that qualify? 650 or less. Okay. Yeah, we can just throw that one on here. Rock and roll. You only use streaming when games are downloading. I hardly ever use the streaming app. I hardly use my PlayStation, but this is one of the exceptions. Racing games. And specifically Gran Turismo. I just don't like using a controller anymore. We're out here with GT3s, like really tricked out ones. He squeezed me a little. Okay, I mean, he gave me room, but I really want that clean race bonus. All right, I think we'll still be here. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's driving like a dream. I was able to rotate the car with the accelerator, and that's just beautiful. We're below the 650 requirement, and we're on sport softs, so we're doing pretty well. Still on lap 1. We've made our way up to 7th. I almost had something nice there. I think the car was going to keep coming around. That was very quickly, or very quick. Not able to get to his inside there. The waiting behind Mr. Wong. It's a cool thing, like, these are all real people that you're racing against. Not as in, like, they're actively driving, but these are guys that raced in the GT World Series. So that's neat. See their names, recognize them, and then if you decide to tune in the GT World Series, you're like, oh. I've raced around that guy a bunch. man, the braking in this game feels fantastic. Just how you can get the car to rotate. A little touch on the brakes and the weight transfers to the front wheels. We still have 3 laps to go. I needed him to wash up the track there. A really sharp turn. I wasn't going to dive bomb him there. That's gravel, not paved runoff. Okay. That's awesome. I love all his schemes. Not as in like I love each individual scheme. I love that he has so many. That's good sponsors there. 2311. Their stupid sponsors won't allow the schemes to be in the game. Oops. We have about a minute left on this lap. Oh, this is the sharp corner. This is the sharp corner. Not bad. Not bad. Kind of saved it. What? I think the bigger part is Coca-Cola's very selective about their IP, so they can't use Coke schemes in the event Bubba Wallace has one. And McDonald's is also very protective of their IP. And so I believe, you know, they usually have a hard time getting Bubba Wallace schemes made. Not because there's not fan interest, but because the sponsor doesn't want to make diecasts. Well, that's because Coke willingly sponsors that race. Yeah, they're weirdly controlling about it. But, you know, they're the biggest soda company in the world, so they're doing something right. It's probably just, I don't know, the kind of people that McDonald's and Coke have in charge right now. I just say, let's not mess around and lose this last second. People have made a how-to on how to get the McDonald's logo in NASCAR 25. That's interesting. Yeah, he's had some fun schemes. McDonald's is missing out. All right, I think we have 2 races left. Then I might do the office rooms. I've been putting that one off, but I might do it. That's going to be a hard one. Not great. Open wheel racing. 700 or less. It has to be sports tires. Go with that one. Sports softs. It also has to be 700 or less. Let's go to car settings. How far do I have to go? There we go. Little tweaking, little tuning. Now we're good to go. Go, go, go! That was super aggressive. That was awesome. Throttled up in a very narrow part of the track to steal the position there. She's screaming. We have this thing neutered and it's still screaming. Sounds like we're cooking a bag of popcorn. And look at this full boost. Just glorious. Just glorious. That looks like a corner I'm going to cut at some point during this race. The full boost. It's amazing. All right, what, 1 lap down? 4 to go. watched that just a few months back, actually. I saw that in theaters, and it was amazing. We had an IMAX dome, and so it was like kind of like a smaller version of that Sphere they have in Las Vegas, but with IMAX 70mm film. And so, I mean, for a lot of those shots, you know, they're gorgeous. And to see it on that big of a screen, it was just amazing. NASCAR was so huge back in the day. To get their very own IMAX shot movie. Yeah, that's where I saw it recently. It was on YouTube. I'm sure it can be found through other methods, but that was a good legal one for a while. I could not see. Ugh. Let's get out of that camera angle. It's a little crazy to use the off-center. It gives you better FOV in the in-car camera, but man, is it a little distorted. And provides you with different blind spots. You have to make it free again. Yeah, because I'm not sure where else you would be able to watch it right now. Other than maybe like Amazon Prime, possibly. Maybe Tubi. Or is it iRacing is going to snap that streak of IndyCar? Yeah, the IndyCar game is going to be pretty wild. Sadly, it's probably just going down the tracks IndyCar actually runs at. But imagine, you know, since they already have all the tracks scanned, they add in some NASCAR tracks. They won't, but it would be awesome. Have like Charlotte, Las Vegas, Pocono. That would be amazing. Have your own like custom oval racing series in IndyCar. Good thing they already have Indianapolis pretty much finished from the NASCAR 25 and the iRacing versions. Apple TV. Wow. I didn't know people used Fandango at home. I've heard Apple TV is a good place to buy your movies because it's as close as you can get to Blu-ray in terms of quality. I usually get my films through Prime. I've been decently satisfied. I don't have a standalone Blu-ray player outside of my PlayStation, so maybe I'll get one at some point so I can watch more Blu-rays. That is right. That is right. Sadly, I don't think NASCAR will ever get a movie like that unless it's centered around some redneck guy from a small town who somehow makes it big in NASCAR. Like, that stereotype's just gonna follow the sport. I blame Talladega Nights. Whenever you bring up NASCAR to a non-NASCAR fan, about 50% of the time at least, they're gonna quote Talladega Nights. was proud of the F1 movie for sure. Yeah. The American Thunder. That one's made pretty well. Documentary style. That one is how more NASCAR projects should be shot. Taking it seriously, explaining the intricacies of the sport, explaining that it's not just turning left constantly. All right, one last corner here, and then we'll take a stab at the F1 or the open wheel race, whatever it is. And if we suck, then we'll just call it. I don't know if we'll be able to keep up with them. I didn't know if we could make it. A lot of the last second switchbacks you have at these road course tracks, there's a giant wall, and so you have to go around it. That one, thank goodness, we could fly through it. I said early in the race that we would cut that corner, and we kept our end of the bargain. That was awesome. How can I go back and see that? Woo-hoo-hoo. The weight of the car in this game is just unbelievable. You can feel it. And in NASCAR 25, the car feels like a feather on a summer breeze, just light, completely floating on top of the track. Some of the handling feels good, really good. In the corners, especially on some 1.5s, feels fantastic. For tracks like Dover or Bristol. But then, oh my goodness. Let me go back. Whee! We cut that. Full speed. Whee! Oh, that's amazing. That was pretty fun. I had no clue if we were going to live or not. I just sent it and it worked out. Thank goodness. I mean, we had such a huge lead. It didn't matter what we did there. We were going to win either way. Okay, so I believe we're going to be able to... Oh, I already have it made up. It's for Jeff Gordon ready. It's a one make event. So do I have sauce on? I do. All right. I don't think this is going to go well. It's only 5 laps, so our advantage on fuel strategy is gone entirely. Oh my goodness. How flat out we were around that earlier part of the track was insane. Okay, gather it up, gather it up. Wait, it says we have lights, but we clearly do not have lights. I'm spinning the tires so bad. I made decent progress that lap. It's a bit much. No DRS in this car. What am I planning to stream through the NASCAR season? Well, we'll do the races again. Try to do as many as possible. And, you know, post-race. And probably just, you know, I'm going to keep doing NASCAR 25. I'll just go live with that. Try to do it at least one a week, but if we can handle more of them, we'll do more. It's just, honestly, since NASCAR 25 came out, since there's so many more NASCAR creators suddenly, people coming out of retirement or people starting to post more, it's a lot more competitive. And so our views are way down compared to what they were during the summer, where some of our streams would get 50 people in here at the same time just to watch me play a 20-year-old NASCAR game. So, yeah, I was excited for NASCAR 25, but it kind of killed my streams. We had a couple good NASCAR 25 streams, but not a ton. Well, that sucks. Using Spotify on your PlayStation 5 so you can listen to Astrobot. There's nothing wrong with that. You're probably not the first. There's probably dozens of you. Oh my goodness. Eyes are dry. And that is a tough corner to get out of. fast lap. We cut a fast one the last time around. That's for us. I'm sure people can do a lot better. We were really careful there. I lost some time, but that's fine. Just not able to make it. That spin took us out. And that didn't feel like a fast lap either. Still, that was a personal best. I take it back. We did everything we could, apparently. Didn't feel great. But we will get our weekly rewards out of the way. Thank goodness. Anytime there's an open wheel challenge on there, I get a little nervous. Because the braking zones in a standard, like, heavy car, you know, you're braking a lot longer. You have a lot more leniency on when you brake or how hard you brake. In this car, to really run some fast laps, you're braking way later than the game wants you to. And trail braking. But that also depends on, like, what type of corner you're in, how sharp it is. And if you're not that familiar with the track and the car, and it's just becomes a nightmare. For me, at least. All right, let's redeem all of our juicy points. And then I might play some the office rooms. I think I need to make a thumbnail for that. I don't think I have one. Or I could go back to Doom Eternal and try to finish it, but I don't think I'm ready for that. Boo! Is it 10,000? 30? Okay, still stupid. Okay, we're over 10 million. It's nice. Very nice. Whew. Almost over 11. Let's see what we have. Mustang GT engine. Not that impressed. Not that impressed. Let's see what we can do here. Power pack. These are harder races. But I would like to improve. What are my finishing results? They have a 9th place in what I guess is probably the muscle car series. I have a 4th over here. Laguna Seca. Let's see what happens if we go with the 1 chili pepper. Not a great finish last time we were here. See if we can do better. My first Gran Turismo. In that game, you can unlock cars and money for this game. So there is a reason to play it, even if you had GT7. Man, that retire button being right there is tricky. I don't need practice. I don't believe in it. I just need 1 lap. And now it's pulling out. No takers. wish I could switch my camera. Hopefully it auto switches. Little wheel spin there. I have to do better through that corner. Uh-oh. Okay, well. Let's do better there. The brakes in this car are not fantastic. So I need to be careful there. Oh, they suck so bad. No. Okay. Check this out. Strategy. Just be easy with it. The brakes are terrible. Let's keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Yeah, Gran Turismo had a movie. That's right. I did not watch it. Apparently it was all right. I didn't hear like a lot of really negative things about it, but I also didn't hear like a bunch of great things about it. So. All right, this is my lap, so if this is bad... Hey, we have the pole for now. Hey, we're so fast. Look at us. No, we are not keeping that pole. But it looks like we're going to be in the top 5. There's no way to skip this. You have to sit through the qualifying. Kind of sad. 3 minutes remaining. We're still on top. Ah ha ha! We got beat by a second. Oh my goodness. He beat us in sector 1 barely. Sector 2 by so sector 2 is our weak point. Oh, we'll try to bring home a top 5. I think 8th was our last best, and we had a slower car on that one, so... This is the 1 chili pepper compared to 2 chili peppers. 4 laps. It's a long way to go to not screw up. Let's see how we can do here. The starting lineup. We're out here in whatever kind of vehicle we're in. This is a modified Camaro, I'm not sure. There's a GTO. I can't really tell with the body kit on it. Headlights in the bumper tell me Camaro. We're already falling behind. He's got us. We're cooked. Let's just aim for a top 5 then. He ran a second faster through Sector 2, and we're not even there yet. That's as close as we can keep it. He got loose there. How did he do that? How? How? I spun him. I spun him. That was awesome. Must be the greatest driver known to man. Good heavens. We're here. We are right here. They're gonna penalize me for that? That was definitely a corner cut. He got loose out of that corner, too. He is trying so hard. And we're going to get it done. I have to go back and see him recover from that 360 he did. That was incredible. So we got it done on one chili pepper. So not bad. Not bad. Little difficulty bonus. Didn't make back a ton of money. All right, so let's go. It happened on lap 2, I think. We are all over him. It may have already happened. So I had to catch back up at a certain point. We are all over him. What a fun race that was. These power pack races and some of the matchups are just insane. Let's see how close we... it was a lap before. This is where we start making up a little bit of ground here. So the corner we're approaching, I could really get through. It's such an easy one to hit and keep up a ton of speed. Oh my goodness, beautiful game. He got loose there. Oh my goodness. He's incredible. How? How did he survive this? Yes, take me in, car. I want to see what he does to recover. Hard right wheel lock. No way! No, they cheat. This game is full of cheating AI. There's no way he pulls this off. We're going 90 miles an hour. He gets turned. That is physically impossible. There's no way this is possible. Still going 50 miles an hour. Gold is hard in GT. On some of these time trials and licenses, there's no way this is possible. They have like ultra grip or something. Just watch the motion of this car. There's no way this is gonna line up. That ain't real. Now let's go see my end car. Nothing incriminating here, surely. Woo! Let's see if I can see him in the rear view. Recover from this. This is the nuttiest recovery I've ever seen. Yeah, he's already going straight. The controller's cheering. That's wild. I haven't played my first Gran Turismo, even though I could get like bonus stuff for it. So did anyone else run a Roadster Shop Rampage? Yeah, we have one in 7th, another one in 9th. The new Camaro, that one of the newer cars on track, dead last. Wild. Oh, good stuff. That was a fun power pack race. I do believe that'll do it for this week's Gran Turismo stream. We might go live with something else. So if you're still craving some live streams, you want to hang out, check back here, maybe like 20, 30 minutes, whenever. And but if I don't see you guys the rest of the day, hopefully we get in a stream later today. But until the next one, hope you guys have a good one. Have fun on my first Gran Turismo, Warren. Gran Turismo is a fantastic game. Especially with the triggers. Do you have the adaptive triggers on where you can feel the car slip and like the brakes lock up? Because that is one of my favorite features of Gran Turismo 7. They use it so well. I mean, you know exactly what your car is doing. I mean, the next best thing from having a direct drive wheel. But yeah, I have several games I need to stream. Let's see where it is. The office rooms. That's the one I would probably be doing. I'm not sure if it's actually a scary game or if it's just a maze or what the deal is. A lot of these games I go into completely blind. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, man, you got to use it on Gran Turismo. They feel fantastic in Gran Turismo. Like NASCAR 25, they're decent, but in Gran Turismo, it is next level because you can tell exactly when your tires start to spin because the trigger goes slack. Or you can tell like when your brakes are locking because you can kind of feels like ABS on a car if you've driven a car with ABS and locked up your tires. Really intuitive. But yeah, as I said the last like 5 times, hope to see you guys in